Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 858. So here's the thing about this episode. It's very clear that the pacing is starting to slow down, like I pretty much knew it would, because there was only 5 minutes. There was only like a couple minutes, like around 5 or 10 minutes at most, of the Luffy versus Katakuri fight. Then the rest of the episode was just pretty much seen. It was seen jumping to different areas of Whole Cake Island, and on the surface, those moments probably don't mean much. But actually, this episode showcased a very important aspect of this arc, which is that we pretty much see that the Big Mom pirate strategy to ensnare the Straw Hats is really starting to fall apart, and Praline hypnotizing the sea slugs was only the start of that. And like I know that by that around the back end of the episode, we basically see the straw. We basically see the Straw Hats. We basically see the Straw Hats pretty much being chased down, but pretty much all by the entire fleet of Big Mom pirates. But with that particular moment, it really, like, just in that moment alone, though, it showcases just how desperate that the Big Mom pirates are becoming in order to hunt down this, in order to just end this with the Straw Hats, like end the Straw Hats here and now. Um, and and the thing is too, it was around this time I remember as a manga reader that where people started to question, I guess the whole, I guess a lot of the validity that was behind just how much of a threat Big Mom and her crew are. Like, it was during a lot of this time where people did start to question exactly how powerful Big Mom was, and if she was like a legitimate threat, a legitimate was worthy of being a legitimate threat of this arc, or even a Yonko in general. And but the way, and to be honest with you, I was a lot more optimistic about that sort of thing than a lot of other people, because the way I saw it, the Straw Hats have only made it this far by being helped by pretty much allies that have been working within Big Mom's ranks, among others. So really, if you really look at it, pretty much the whole threat of Big Mom and the Big Mom pirates, it is still there. It's just one of those things where this whole arc has just been has really, in a lot of ways, it's just been the Strahts being able to survive, but only practically by pretty much the skin of their teeth. And in a way, I think it still works in that sense for sure. Of course, I mean, well, let's face facts. As you're pretty much never you're pretty much never ever going to get a situation as to where the Straw Hats die. It's at least not until possibly pretty much the end of the series. But like, yeah, they're pretty much they're pretty much the main protagonist guys. So they do unfortunately have that protection on them. But I think what we can do is we can at least appreciate just pretty much how much the series is actually manages to stack against, how much the series is actually chooses to actually stack against the Straw Hats. Like in this arc alone, there's just been one thing after another that's been constantly bombarding them. It hasn't just been like, it hasn't been, no, we've gotten past this. Okay, no, like the Big Mom pirates have been relentless on them. So it's like nothing's really changed since the beginning of this arc, honestly, and I don't think it is going to change either. I mean, at least until or at least not until I guess I guess around the point where they actually do finally escape. Else. Also, pretty much side note about the whole Praline scene. When I read that in the manga, I thought she would order the sea slugs to attack her family, but spoiler, she pretty much never does. It's just a scene to showcase that, yeah, she's pretty much only clearing the way for pretty much the Straws to escape, and yeah. Now, having said that, when it does get cut back to the Luffy versus Katakuri fight, sorry, not fight yet. I'll just I'll just tell you guys right now, it was epic for what we got, but at the same time, I don't think I've ever laughed as much as I did during the back half of this episode when we see Luffy just staring at Brûlé with that gigantic goofy ass smile, goofy ass look on his face before taking her hostage and escaping it into pretty much that into basically that mirror. And what makes it funnier, of course, is that even though Luffy abducted her to escape from Katakuri, it was basically a situation where he ended up out of the frying pan and into the fire by landing right in the middle of Big Mom's rampage. And just the transition between Luffy finding Brûlé and the landing in the middle of that shitstorm was so perfectly and hilariously timed that it was like, yo, Luffy, you... In this particular... Luffy, most of the time, your luck's been pretty damn good. In this case, your luck is just... It's just crap, bro. Like, holy man. Like, we know Luffy's gonna get out of that, but damn, Luffy, damn. Like, that... You couldn't have jumped into a worse mirror, dude. Like, holy crap. and yeah, I think this is kind of setting up that Luffy's gonna end up probably having an altercation with more than a few of the Big Mom pirates because of this, but yeah. And I guess if I did have one gripe about the episode, I'd say that the art and animation was just kind of standard. I mean, it was pretty good with the Katakuri versus Luffy bit, but the rest of the episode was just overall okay. And honestly, considering how this episode played out, I'll almost take standard if it means we continue to get the amazingly animated moments out of the Luffy and Katakuri fight, because I think when it comes to the times where we just kind of get where the art and animation are just standard, I think I've kind of grown accustomed almost to kind of accepting those a little more now, because it's a situation where even if art and animation on a certain episode is standard, I definitely know that there's going to be a purpose behind it, and that the art and animation is going to get a lot better once we get to a legitimately good and badass moment. And in a way, the art and animation too is a little more validated here, because honestly, again, the episode there wasn't even a whole lot. As much as there is stuff that is going to connect later into the series. Overall, as far as what happened in the episode, there wasn't a whole lot. So yeah, I can kind of understand as to why the art and animation wasn't as good as it has been in previous weeks. So the episode ends with the cake being pretty much almost completed. All they gotta do is apply the chocolate whipped cream and whatnot. And but as Sanji said, they're gonna do that on the way there. And with the way things were set up in this episode, with the Big Mom fleet going after the Sunny, I think it's safe to say that Beige is going to be the one to actually help deliver the cake, especially since he's already on his way to pick up Chiffon, and with all those ships going after the Sunny, there isn't going to be much room to maneuver. And hitching a ride on board the Sunny is going to probably just complicate things even more. So, yeah, in this particular situation, I think Beige is more the likely candidate in order to help Sanji in delivering the cake. And yeah, from here on out, it's gonna that from the episodes here on out are gonna be the biggest test of how Toei handles the anime, because because from here, it is going to interchange a lot between the Katakuri fight and the stuff that's going on with the cake. And the ladder material was, I'm not going to lie to you guys, the ladder material with the cake beyond this point, it was quite the slog to get through in the anime. So it was quite the slog to get through in the manga. So the sad thing is, as much as I want Toei to pretty much work with this material, in kind of a similar way in how they've been doing this far, because they've actually taken a lot of manga chapters that should be slow paced, but they really worked with them, and I want to assume that's going to be the case here, but I don't think it's going to be. I think Toei's probably going to use these moments in order to pad things out from this point on. So, and with that said, I'm not sure what's going to happen with the reviews. Like, if the padding the padding gets so worse it slows things down. Yeah, I'm not sure how frequent the reviews are going to be, but we'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, AnimeList, or Crunchyroll. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.